This is why university is a scam. I had this clown message me the other day saying, you're just shotting courses, you're just shotting scams. Brother, you're probably going to some crap school, whether it's in the UK or the US. In the UK, you're spending at least 9 grand a year. That's what, 27 G's that you're dropping to basically learn nothing. Like, what do you learn? How to party? I did that for free and worked at the same time. What else you learn? How to fucking sit in lectures and do fuck all for 3 years. Oh, you do a placement year, well done, mate. Who actually gives a fuck about this shit anymore? Like, you look at all of the biggest entrepreneurs, you look at all the biggest business owners, how many of them actually went to university? Like, even if you're in the States, you want to go to a big school, like you're looking at like 50 to 100K a year. Like, it doesn't make any sense. That money that you could then be using in your future to actually skill yourself when you're ready. You're fucking 18 years old. What the fuck do you know? I know people are trying to, swap genders and shit by the time they're 12, but like, I'm talking to fucking people here that actually like have something between their head. Like, as it goes, if you're wanting to go to uni to learn something to become a doctor or a lawyer, yes, sound, you need those credentials, you need that to actually back it up. But if you're going to choose something that you're not completely invested in, then what's the point? Some of my mates, they did different studies. I'm not going to call them out, but like, I know my mate did geography. Realistically, what he does now has nothing to do with geography. He works in lead gen content creation, and as a whole, that has absolutely zero to do with geography. So in my mind, I'm like, why would you bother wasting your time, energy, and financial resource to invest in something that you're not going to be using because you were made to make a decision when you were a kid? Like, I don't know how old you are if you're watching this, but like, most people don't really evolve mentally until you're mid to late 20s. Maybe some people had a rough paper round, so they get on the bandwagon early and they start making cash earlier on, but I guarantee you most of those won't be going to uni. My most successful mates didn't go to uni. Most of the people I know that are CEOs or they have a very successful business didn't go to uni. What can you actually learn from uni that you can't learn with your feet on the ground, getting into work, meeting people, traveling the world? Like, for myself, instead of doing uni, I went and did seasons. Like, I might have got paid fuck all, but I lived in Greece for 6 months of the year, and then I lived in France for the other 5 months for the other 6 months of the year. So my year is still partying, still fucking around, still having fun, but I'm actually getting paid for it, and I'm not actually got any outlay for uni. Just because a piece of paper means fuck all. If you're banking this piece of paper that you've been given because you got a fucking Desmond Tutu, or a 2-1 if you're lucky, or a first, well done, mate, like, congrats. Doesn't make any difference. I've never needed a university degree to get anywhere. Like, people hire for personality, they hire for skill set, they hire for coachability, they hire for people who can acquire skills. If you can't acquire skills and put your mind to something, then you're kind of cooked anyway. Oh yeah, great, well it shows that you can spend 3 years doing something. Most people are battling those years out. The first year in the UK doesn't even count towards your grade, so what's the fucking point in the first year? Like, it has no relevance in my mind to what you're going to be doing. So if you're looking at doing something like that, maybe you just spend a bit of your time and energy looking to stuff that you actually want to do, that's scalable, that's profitable, that's on the up. University is dying, like, and the whole scam of it is, oh yeah, you got to pay the tuition fees for the books and all this stuff. Then you got to pay for the books after that. Then you got to try and make ends meet if you don't hit a certain salary cap, so you don't get any financial help. Like, it just boggles the mind that people are still doing this shit because they think that some guy or some woman is going to teach them something that's going to help them out in future life. My mate did business studies by a guy who doesn't run a business. Like, where's the fucking logic in that? If you want to learn business, go work for a business, go intern at a business, go, become a PA for a CEO. Like, these are way better avenues where you can actually get hands-on experience and knowledge of what's going on. Like, university is a fancy world. Just because you've gone from preschool to fucking first school, middle school, whatever, and you've been in the school system for so long, doesn't mean that you need to be indoctrinated into this financial investment that's going to be with you forever. And the student loan fees are ridiculous. Like, if you really want to get a loan, I can show you how to get a 0% loan for a year or two. Then you can just pay that off when you've got the money. Like, it doesn't make any sense financially or career-wise to spend, 20 to 100K just to get a degree. Like, what are you actually thinking about? And if your parents are pushing you, then they're that part of their generation where it was, seen as like this great fucking thing to do. But really it's a facade. It's a Joe Schmo. It's just a fugazi. It doesn't actually mean anything. if you actually value what you do, who you are and your personality, and that you can actually make something of yourself, then really why would you need this piece of paper to tell you it? Like, in my mind, yeah, maybe I want to fucking, I don't know, become a extreme sports athlete. That wouldn't help. I'm not the ideal person to talk about university, but as a whole, my whole life I've made money from not going to university, and it ain't that deep, and I live a pretty good life. Used to live in Greece in the summers and France in the winters. Then I went to work on super yachts. Then I went to live in Mexico for a year. Moved to Bali, moved to the UK, moved back to Mexico, moved to Bali again, and this is where I am now. None of this has been aided by uni. If you get to a point where you're like, 25, 30, and you think maybe I'm a mature student, I'd actually like to go and redo this part of my life and make sure that I have a degree because it's something that you want to do, then fine. My mum did that and that's cool, and she got a degree. She wanted to take it off because none of her family did go to uni. Cool, I rate that. It's something that you want to do. But like, if you're going to go to uni and then, even look at a master's or a PhD and you're not wanting to become a doctor in something, or you just want to learn your whole life, then sweet. But you can go on YouTube to learn. You can go on Andrew Tate's course to learn. You can fucking message me to learn. You can go anywhere to learn. You can go on Reddit and learn shit. Like, I've learned the most from just being in businesses, getting actual experience, the highs, the lows, the arguments, like the big wins when you're fucking elated for a couple of days, and then, reality hits you and you've got to get back to work. Like, as a whole, if you're thinking about university, think again. I honestly think that it's the biggest scam of this century. It doesn't make 2 bits of sense. Like, you know how it goes. Like, the money rules everything. If you're thinking, oh yeah, this is really good, this is going to make sense, like the government. Like, everyone's motivation is to make more money and be more successful. So what, you think that these people at universities who are putting up the college degree fees are there because they want to help you? Fuck off. Have a fucking reality check and think about where the money's going. You're spending your hard-earned cash, or you're getting loans for your hard-earned cash in the future, just to then go and spend it on something you're never going to use. Like, reality check time. Like, you don't need this whatsoever. You need to back yourself, you need to invest in yourself, and you need to do something that's actually going to give you a bit of purpose and a bit of drive. If you're not good at something, then learn it. Like, it's not 2 + 2 = 10, it's 2 + 2 = 4. I want to be this. I need the skills to do this, so I do this. Same for me. I want to be better at sales, invest in sales training. I want to be better at video and coach and content, invest in video and content, because it's actually the things that I want to be doing. So if you're stuck and you're not really sure what you want to do, maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you should just go get a little job, go hit a supermarket, go become a tradie, go get something that doesn't require any skills to begin with and learn it so you can actually give yourself the time to get there, because otherwise you'll end up in this huge financial deficit where you're just battling for the rest of your life. Most of these people don't even pay them off. It's something like in 30 years, if you don't pay it off, then you don't pay it. Where's that money going? Like, always follow the money. COVID, where's that money going? Oh, everyone's going to get paid not to work. Where's that money coming from? Oh, the prices seem to double in the next fucking year. Oh, I wonder where all that money went, where we got given. Oh, now we have to recoup it. Everything is financially driven. It doesn't make any sense for anyone not to see it otherwise. Like, follow the money is the biggest bit of advice I can give you. Like, if you're skeptical about something, see where their money's going. Why are they doing that? Obviously, you get some people who are wanting to give back and philanthropists, but they're people who already made it. They're not people who are still trying to make it out. Like, follow the money. It's literally as simple as that. You don't have to do too much research to find out where your actually dollars and cents are going, where your pounds and pence are going. Like, have a little think. If you've got bad people around you, then find smarter people to talk about it to. If your parents are stuck in the fucking 1900s, then go, actually speak to people that have made something of themselves or are in a position you want to be. Never take advice from people that are not in the position that you want to be in. Like, why would you take advice from anyone who's not in an envious position? Like, because they've already been there, done that, got the t-shirt. They've done all the hard yards, they've seen the highs, they've seen the lows, and they've made it out the other side. If you're just getting started and you're taking advice from people that are literally, you would never even consider swapping your existence with, then why would you take anything they say as gospel? Because it's just bullshit. People have these limiting beliefs, they don't back themselves, and they never actually make a change, and that results in them doing the same thing forever and ever and ever, and they become this resentful, boring, waste of time person. So if you don't think you're that and you actually want to make something, then get around people that do. Anyway, I didn't want to rant for too long about it, but it's just something that's been on my mind because people message me saying that courses are scams. I'm like, you're a fucking clown. You're a fucking clown. That's it. If I want to become a video editor, I'll take a video editing course. make sense, right? If I want to learn how to fucking manufacture this bottle, I'll go work for the company who make the bottle, or go work in the factory that make the bottle, so I can get the actual hands-on knowledge of what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to be doing it. Sit down for 2 seconds, sit on your bed and think, what am I doing, and are the decisions that I'm making smart? Because you're not going to make all of the right decisions, but you can make ones that are a bit more tactical and a bit smarter. So university is a scam. You don't need that shit. A piece of paper doesn't give you your worth. Go out, get some fucking experience, grind hard, video it, because it's just going to help you with accountability, and then you'll fucking see yourself skyrocket. Doesn't make any sense. That's my little 10-minute rant over about why university is a scam. Bosh, there you go. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Love you lots. Ciao.